Alright, so currently I have a stomach virus because of the pain that I feel on my stomach. It feels like someone's grabbing my stomach, but I'm gonna push through. Currently, I'm in pain. I can move. I'm not crippled or anything, or I'm like limited on what I can move, but I can still talk and, move my body and such. I feel like nobody was expecting this to happen or for this to be some news that everyone was not expecting to hear, and that was that Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, has passed away. A lot of you guys probably don't know this, but I am a fan of Dragon Ball, and I've been watching Dragon Ball since 2015. My uncle got me into it. Not really, but we were just curious about the show. Turns out my uncle was a fan of it, and then I didn't really think that news of Akira Toriyama passing away would be something that I would want to see as a news report. Now, there's also another thing happened where the creator of Backyardigans passed away, which I didn't think would be some news I would look at my feed. And I'm not gonna lie, when I found out that Akira Toriyama passed away, I was depressed for like a good hour. I wasn't myself for like a good hour. I mean, this news was just unexpected, and it really turned my happiness into like a blue cloud, if that makes sense. Now, what I'm gonna be going over is some of the tweets that I've screenshotted for the sake of this video of the unfortunate passing of Akira Toriyama. This slideshow of people that were showing their tributes to Akira Toriyama, it was basically the Stan Lee of anime. He inspired Bleach, he inspired Naruto, and Naruto the anime has some aspects from Dragon Ball that looked very similar, but it was coded in a way to not make it look like it's copied. For example, the Rasengan, it was inspired by the Kamehameha, and the blonde hair that Naruto has was inspired by the Super Saiyan form that Goku transformed in to fight Frieza. To me, this death just doesn't feel real because of how sudden and unexpectedly shocking it was to find this out, because Akira Toriyama passing away is not something that I feel like everybody was not expecting, let alone something to be informed of. And we're not even done with March. We're like in the beginning of March, and the month hasn't even been over. We're not even in the second half of March, and we already got hit with the sudden and unfortunate news that this legend has passed away. This long tweet is about Oda, who is the creator of One Piece, giving his statement after finding out that Akira Toriyama has passed away. The hole is too big. Sadness washes over me when I think that I will never see him again. I have admired him so much since I was a child, so I remember the day he called me by name for the first time. On the way home from the day you used the word friend for me and Kishimoto, who I'm assuming that's the creator of Naruto, I remember being overjoyed with Kishimoto. I also remember the last conversation we had. I was one of those who took the banter from the days when reading manga made you a fool, and he also created an era when both adults and children could enjoy reading manga. He showed us the dream that manga can go worldwide. It was like watching a superhero going forward for not only mangakas but also creators in various industries. The excitement and emotion of the time of Dragon Ball's serialization must have taken root in their childhood. His existence is like a big tree. For the manga artists of our generation who stood on the same stage, Toriyama's works became more and more important to me as I got closer to the same stage. I even felt being scary. But I am just happy to see the aloof man himself again, because we love him on a blood level. With respect and gratitude for the creative world he has left behind, I pray for his soulful rest in peace. May heaven be the joyous world he envisioned. It's just sad, man. Like, this was not something that I wanted to hear or I wanted to be informed of because I'm trying to have a good day. And then now we found out that Akira Toriyama passed away. It's not something that a lot of us were, expecting. It was so sudden. I remember drawing back in like 2020, I would picture myself as a Super Saiyan, and it really struck me. It really struck me hard of how I felt when I found out that Toriyama passed away. Looking back at these drawings, I just remembered like the good times when he was alive. And now that he's gone, it just feels unreal. It doesn't feel real. It just feels like it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right that he's gone. It doesn't feel right that he's passed away. And now we just gotta accept it and hope that hopefully he lives his best afterlife. A lot of the fans of Dragon Ball who do play Dragon Ball Fighter Z or Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I mean, we all saw the trailer for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, basically Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4. He also had another project that he was planning called Sandland, and an anime, I'm assuming, because it was another project that he also wanted to work on. He did make some other animes like Dr. Slump, Chrono Trigger, and most popular, Dragon Ball. I do hope that Sandland and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero do make good sales, because this was an unfortunate time to be notified that Akira Toriyama has passed away. I wouldn't say that Dragon Ball has a big impact in my life, but it kind of did. What originally got me into anime was Beyblade Metal, but then Dragon Ball was like what was like the main thing. Like the main thing that got me into it. My deepest condolences to Toriyama's family and friends who have been notified about his death. It's sad, really. I can't really put into words other than this is very, very disheartening. Once Dragon Ball Sparking Zero comes out, you're gonna watch me play. You're gonna watch me make at least 30 episodes or 30 streams. At least one, maybe. You're gonna watch me play this game in honor of Akira Toriyama's death. There's nothing else that I can really add on to this except that this death was such a shock that it doesn't feel real. I remember when Kentaro Miura passed away, who was the creator of Berserk. A lot of people were sad and shocked that, this death was so sudden and such an unexpected news to be heard and to be informed of. This is probably going to be the same thing for Akira Toriyama because how much Dragon Ball has been an impact to our lives. With all that said, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. My condolences to the family of Toriyama. My condolences to the friends that knew Toriyama, including Oda, the creator of One Piece. And I do hope that heaven will have a welcoming place when he gets there, because I feel like we all agree that he deserves it. I do hope that he will have a nice afterlife from the unfortunate passing that we were all informed of.
70センチ用のもので
今日の天気は晴れ雨は去っていた窓を開く理由は特にないけどいつものこの部屋と濁すため息僕は壊したいつだってずっと